Hey, all you mechanical maniacs, how's it going? Hurst Quayzar here. Welcome back to another episode of Barn Bargains and Other Cheap Challenges. Right now, we've got a couple of barn bargains in our garage right now. Our BMW right here, this is the M3. And then we have this classic VW bus, the Samba bus with a blue and cream interior. I have been looking high and low. You would think this one would be the best one. Or should be done, ready to go, right? No. I was missing a clip B on this thing to make it 100%. So I did go out to Junkyard. I scoured a Junkyard a couple of times, actually. And I did actually find, finally, some clips. So I was able to find two of them, actually. So... one on two different cars. So my funding has kind of gone down a little bit just because I spent a lot of money trying to get these cars and for a couple of stupid little clips so I could sell this one. So here, put this on real quick. There we go. Done. Now she should be 100% across the board. Well, for the most part. Yeah, 100% across the board. We are going to sell for $144K. So we're going to go ahead and sell it. The Beamer is out of here. Finally, we are back up over 1 million dinero. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Not much else has happened out here in the field. So not a whole lot to talk about out here. Our VW bus here has been one. I did take the front wheel off of this. We're going to go ahead and go ahead and restore the front axle on this thing. For the most part, that's what we're going to end up doing. Any parts that we're going to need, we'll go ahead and grab that as well. So how's everybody doing? I hope this video is finding you all happy and healthy. It has been a very busy week. It's been actually fairly nice as far as weather is concerned. Considering the hurricane that was coming through here. Coming up the East Coast, hope you guys are safe. Anyone on the East Coast, I hope that hurricane bypassed you, and I hope you and your loved ones are safe. I have been doing nothing more than just kind of watching from afar. I live in an area where I don't have to worry about hurricanes, actually. Not anymore, anyway. I used to live in Virginia Beach, so that used to be a hurricane area. I only lived through one, I believe. Only one. I did take part in a cleanup effort after Hurricane Andrew. Went down to Fort Lauderdale, I think, for that. I think I did more drinking than I did any cleanup down there, but that's a long time ago. So, but we did go down. We did do some efforts down there to help with the cleanup efforts down there after Hurricane Andrew. My thing here in the Midwest is probably a little more terrifying as tornadoes. Tornadoes come, from storm cells, and those storm cells can pop up at just about any time. So they're not as predictable as, well, let's see, like a hurricane. You can track a hurricane, right? You can track it. You can't really track a tornado. The only thing you can do is actually, track the storm cell. And you've seen all these people out here. Storm chasing. You see the movie Twister. There's a new movie out now called Twisters. I haven't seen Twisters yet, but I did see Twisters with Helen Hunt. Enjoyed it. Loved the music from it. Especially the song from Van Halen, Human Being. But yeah, if any of you guys have seen the movie Twisters, please let me know down in the comment section if it's worthwhile seeing. Okay, we got that one. Always loved kind of turning these down while I'm trying to repair these parts. Kind of time management, you know what I mean? Steering assembly. I look like, for the most part, anything that could be repaired is repaired. Oh, crap, and I just bit the big one on that one. Okay. Dang. Okay, let me see here. Cross member E. I just so screwed the pooch on that. Suspension. Let's see if I have one. I don't know if I have one or not. Crossing my fingers and toes, I do, but I don't think I do. Oh, I got one. Holy crap. Jeez, I got saved. Saved. There. Oh, that was awful. That was super awful. All right. So we got all that. Oh, you know what we need to do? We also need to grab. Let's see here. For the VW bus, I need to. Let's grab those. Let's dismount this tire. I'm not really fond of the rims that are on here, but for this particular application, we pulled this out the barn and we're building it back into a classic creation. So basically, we're building it back into its stock configuration, you know, stock factory color, you know, things like that. That's what we're trying. That's what we're getting back to. And to do that, though, we have to repair any parts that are repairable, and only buy those things that are not ever repairable. So if they're a repairable part and they're under 15% and I can't repair them, then I have to go find them, such as the silly clip that was on the BMW that was here. So yeah, that was a big pain in the butt. So let's see what we got here. Brake pads, you can't repair them, so those are a buy. Shock absorbers, even though you take them apart, they're not a buy. You can't do anything with them. You can't repair them. Inner tie rods, outer tie rods, both need to be done, need to be bought, because you can't do anything with them. You can't really repair them or anything. So we have to do that. Bushings, we have to have those. Links we have to have. Bearings we have to have. Caps we have to have. So we're going to do that. We're going to get all those. And get those taken care of. Okay, so let's go into the car parts. We're going to get brake pads, 2 of those. Sway bar 1. Tie rod 2. Outer tie rod 2. Rubber bushing. I need 8 of those, I think, because I don't have an upper control arm on that. 2 of those. 2 bearings and 2 caps. Now, with that being said, we need to get the shock absorbers. This is the front. Hang on. No, I think we need these right here. So we need 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those. Right. All right, let's go ahead and put those back together. Which is kind of a bummer that you can't repair any of these parts. You would think, you know, like at least the cap, you know, save the cap. Take the cap off and maybe be able to save the cap. That would be cool, right? But nope, can't do it. Cannot do it. Okay. Anything worthwhile saving, we'll go ahead and throw in our suspension bin. So what's our suspension bin here? Okay. We'll go ahead and put the shock absorbers in there just in case we need them. Inner tie rods, sure. Bar, sure. Outer, not really in the greatest shape, but these 3 bushings, those links, definitely. Wheel caps and the bearings. You never know when you're going to need them. So I'm going to throw those all in there. All right, let's go ahead and start building this back up and see what we can get with this. I think we've got everything, which is nice. I am shocked. I am totally shocked that I was able to find an E suspension. Ah, man, that was such a screw up on my part. I'm not paying attention. I'm talking to you guys, and I'm just I kind of go with things when I'm talking. I can't do two things at once, and then I just kind of screw things up. So it's always something new here in Quayzar's Customs. That's for sure. We always have something going on. All right, so we gotta have that. Brand new rotor with I should say not a brand new rotor, but a freshly turned rotor. Just do brake drums too. You used to be able to turn brake drums too to a certain spec, and then you had to replace them. I don't know if that's even happening anymore. Does that happen still? My older cars, I used to do that all the time with my older cars, but now, you know, as I've gotten a little bit older myself, I like the newer cars, and I kind of, the brakes kind of last forever. I've actually, you know, no kidding, probably went through cars before I went through brakes, honestly. So I haven't really replaced brakes in a very long time. I replaced them on my son's car, but other than that, really haven't replaced brakes in a long time. So yeah, if you guys still have a car that has drums, is this still a thing? We can turn the drums down and the rotors down? I'd like to know. Just very curious. All right, so we've got the whole suspension done here. Let's see here. We're going to sell off the bushings, recoup some of our money. Vintage tire C, 185.70 15. 185.70. Is that right? 185, 70, 15. Yep. Okay, good deal. You know, I pulled the trigger on buying those tires, and I should have looked twice before I had bought them. It's like that whole carpenter thing, right? You measure twice, cut once. Because I don't want to waste any money. But part of this series is kind of the budgeting aspect of it. But even though, you know, after you sell off a few cars, it really, the budgeting really doesn't matter. It really kind of comes around on its own. So it's not a big deal with it, but hey, you never know. What am I doing? Okay, so what else do we have to do underneath here? I don't think a whole lot of anything else except for the battery and fuse box accessible from the engine bay. So we're gonna have to deal with that too. As far as the bumpers have kind of gotten a whole gray effect. I think, I don't know what they should be painted, but I'm gonna paint them white. A gloss white. I think that's probably going to be sufficient. I was going to just chrome them, but it says it was the current color is gray. I guess it went gray with the whole car, so we're going to go ahead and go gray with them, I guess. Go ahead and go gray with them. What that's for. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that done. They've got the livery on them, so I'm just trying to take care of it. Yeah, it looks better. I would have looked better white, honestly. Oh, that didn't. I did not do that one. Big Dorcas on my part. Okay. Have the back of this is going to be tricky because I need to pull the engine out as well. So that's why I'm thinking if I were to pull this down a little bit. Let's crouch down. Go. Need to get up here. Okay. Battery and tray. If I can get this all taken care of while I'm in here. All these fuses need to be redone. However, the fuse box can be repaired. So let's see. I can get the battery recharged. That was at 15%. Fuse box is the only thing I can repair. I need a top to that. So let's see here. Electronics. I've got a top. There we go. Let's rebuild that. Refurbish it. Gotcha. Okay. Let's go with battery stuff I've got to buy. So, battery tray and to a view. Yeah, I should be able to take you off. There we go. Brand new battery tray, fully charged battery, bracket, and hold down bolts. Now for fuse box. Okay, I want to have to get okay, let me get in here. Type A 2 C 2 B 1 A 1 B 1 C 1. Okay. How are we doing on money? Looks like we're doing pretty good on money. Okay, so now I've got two things here. One is the windshield wiper fluid. That I have to get here. Right? Because I cannot repair one of these. And the brake servo. I'm sure I've got one. Onyx brakes. Do have a lot of them. Yep, I got one. That's a repairable item. There we go. Repaired. And done. Right? That's everything that's left up front. Let's go ahead and trash the rest of this. We're going to sell these parts. Get our money back. There we go. Okay, so as far as the body is concerned, what are we looking at here? Frame is not done. The body's not done. So let's go ahead and bring over welder. $3,000. Holy crap. Now that should leave us the frame at 100%. Okay. So let's go ahead and start ripping off everything. Pretty sure I can take it off. Okay, and this piece up here. This piece down here. Doors. The Volkswagen back here comes off. Yep. Anything else? I really think that's it. Let's go ahead to the body. Repair all these pieces back to 100%, and then we have to buy all new glass. Glass is not repairable. New glass is in the works. Yeah, I painted those bumpers, and I didn't even think about repairing them first. I hope they turned out okay. What kind of a dorky way to move that around? I should have thought about repairing them first before I painted them, but... Alright, everything is done. Okay, put you... Let's go ahead and get the interior out of here. So let's go. Okay, we're going to go to the interior shop. Your view. One of you. There we go. Here should be 100% complete, and then we can just start slapping on the body panels here. Oh, that's kind of messed up as well. We need to take that off. So let's go ahead and take that off. We need to repaint that. It's got the livery on it, so we need to take that off and repaint it. Did I get that? Yeah, I did. Making sure I got that one side there. Okay. Oh, up here. Piece there. What do we got here? Seat gone, seat gone, seat gone. And glass and a plate. Okay. So the emblem, I think, is going to be painted gray. I prefer to have it chrome, but current color. We're just going to do that. I think it's supposed to be gray. There we go. All right, as far as my inventory. There we go. Now let's go here. Fresh imports. There we go. Open a shop cart. All right, and we should be good to go. I mean, I don't have the parts. Fire wasn't in there in the first place. All right. Now, take a look here. Body's 96%. I need to have the plate. So we're going to go to plates. I'm going to throw some California plates on it. I don't know why I always am drawn to the whole California thing. throw some California plates on it and just buy one. There we go. I think it's only one plate. I think that's all we're needed. Let's go ahead and sell off all these parts. There we go. How are we looking now? 99%. What am I missing on the body? I must be missing a piece. Car part 6. Okay, what is car part 6? Wipers. Ah, I'll be. Didn't even see him there. All right. Wait a minute. Car parts. Oh, over here. There we go. Thought for a minute you couldn't repair them. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. All right. With that being said, now it's time to attack the rear end of this thing. This is going to be. Okay, take the brakes off. Everything's looking okay. Bearing has to be replaced. Shock absorbers have to be replaced. That's good. Good. Okay, so far everything's looking all right. Okay. Take the exhaust system off this thing. Get it out of the way. So this is what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to end up taking all my suspension parts and throwing them in the folder for later. Because then I'm going to have to rip this engine apart. So maybe I'll go ahead and get these things repaired, making sure I don't have to replace anything. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I want to prep the rear end, basically. All right, and a fuel tank. All right, fuel tank has to be purchased. That's just the way that is. So let's get a fuel tank. Go ahead and add that in there. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and repair up these parts that I can repair. And hopefully I won't screw anything up on this go round. Oh, yeah, I almost screwed the pooch on that one too, didn't I? All right. What do I have here? Axle D. Okay, so exhaust systems I can't do anything with, so they are out of here. Okay, so over bushings, the shock absorbers. That's about it. here. I don't know how many I need of this. I'm going to go 8. Brake pads 2. Okay, so let's use some pretty good brake pads. Keep those. Let's get rear brakes assembled here. Two of those and 2 of the rear springs. Let's get those done. Go ahead. Separate these tires. That up. Let's go ahead and delete the bad shock absorbers and the fuel tank. Don't need that anymore. Delete the pads. Repair the rims. Pick up a couple of brand new tires for these. This should be a square setup all the way around, so we'll see. 2 of those. 15, I should remember. Yep, and it does. And it does. Nice! So this is going along pretty good. Now there's nothing more than yanking the engine out and repairing that. That's gonna be the challenge, that's for sure. Engines tend to throw me a curveball, and it'll probably send me out into the salvage world to try to find something to pull parts off of. That's just the way it goes. Okay, so I think I have everything I actually need, with the exception of a D-axle. Let's go ahead and put this stuff. I'm going to sell the rest of have a D-axle. Let's just sell the rest of these parts. Go. Let's see if I have a D-axle. I don't think I do. I'll be surprised if I do. How's that? B, C. Oh, I got a D. I've got one freaking D. One freaking D. How about that? All right, 1D. 1D's done. All right, so we're going to put that back into the VW bus suspension pieces. There we go. That way I can take this engine out. Okay, the gearbox is looking fried. Yeah, 10%. So now I'm going to have to find a gearbox. At a minimum, I'm going to have to find a gearbox. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be about it for me for today. We're going to have to pull the engine out of this bad boy. We're going to have to take it over to the stand, and then on the next episode, hopefully, we'll have enough between repairing the parts. We'll be able to get this thing taken care of. I'm hoping so. It's not always. When it comes to engines like this, sometimes it just doesn't work. So there we go. That's an old. It looks like it's in pretty bad shape. So we're going to see on the next episode just how bad it is. So thanks for hanging with me. I certainly appreciate it. And I will talk with you all soon. Thank you, one and all. And I will see you soon. This is Quayzar saying good night, and I am out.